Hello, my name is Tyler Sauls, and I'll be presenting this plant community of a bottomland hardwood. The location of this community that I am presenting is Loblolly Park in Gainesville, Florida. This community is typically found between swamps and upland forest community. As you see in my video, this community is not next to a swamp, but is next to a creek. The soil in this community is typically made up of a mixture of sand, clay, and organic materials. This particular area that I am in, you can see the sandy beaches and some organic material. Some disturbances of this community are occasional flooding, but this does not happen frequently, and when it does happen, they typically dry quickly due to the sandy soils in this community. Something to note is that its short time of flooding is typically something that separates this community from the alluvial community. This community is typically made up of a canopy consisting of sweet gums, loblolly pines, and sweet bays, with a mid-story made up of American hornbeam, swamp dogwood, and dwarf palmetto. Lastly, the understory is comprised of witch grasses, slender wood oats, and sedges. Something to note is that this community typically has a more open understory to it. Humans have managed these lands by converting some of them into pine plantations, which affect the species found in this community as well as the topsoil. Also, man-made structures in this community causes flooding, which can cause damage to the community's canopy. Another thing to note is that beavers can also cause significant damage to this community by building dams along the streams, which will cause flooding like humans' buildings, destroying the canopy of the community. One of the species I had mentioned earlier that composes this community I have here is called a sweet gum. Its genus is liquid ambar, and its species is Styraciflua, is an angiosperm and a dicot. It is typically found in wetter forest communities such as our bottom hardwood. The leaves on this tree are simple and alternate with a star-shaped leaf, which is also confused with maple trees. The way to tell the difference in leaf is the leaf arrangement, which I stated before is alternate and not opposite. Another thing that makes this tree identifiable is its spiky fruit that acts as a capsule that carries its seed. The bark, as you can see, has long fissures and is typically softer. Also, typically grows in a very straight fashion and can grow up to 150 feet tall.